This empty gym here reminds me so much of a gym I grew up in Clemson, South Carolina. I literally spent thousands upon thousands of hours in a gym just like this. The only real sounds I ever heard was the cracking of the floor, the echoes of the rafters, or maybe just the ball hitting the rim or against the backboard. It was an exciting time of my life. And I'm here today. The purpose of this video is to teach you how to shoot. I've divided it up into 3 sections. First of all is the mechanics of shooting a basketball, the fundamental part of it. The second part is, of course, the psychology of shooting a basketball. And the third part is the application of the skills of shooting a basketball. Let's get right into it. First of all, where does the ball sit? Well, for so long, and still today, people say that the ball should be on your fingertips. But if I had the ball on my fingertips, this is where it would be. I don't think you've seen too many people shoot the basketball like this. But the correct way where the ball should sit, first of all, is on the pad of the hand. And then the ball is also going to rest on the fingers themselves. So the ball rests on the finger pad. The finger pad, whether you're right-handed or whether you're left-handed. It doesn't matter. It's going to sit on the fingers and come down to the pad. The one thing you want is not to have the palm area touching the ball. You want this to be completely open and empty of the basketball. Why? Well, there's a simple illustration of this. If I took this basketball and placed it in my palm and move my palm back and forth, you can see the basketball falls out. But if I move it up on the finger pads, on my fingers, on the pad, move it back and forth, you can see that I have control of the basketball. And this is what happens. You want the ball on the fingers, the pad, making sure the palm is not on the basketball at all. The second part is the hand. Where should the hand be placed on the basketball? Well, the meatier portion of the hand, the back of the hand, should be placed right in the center of the basketball. But the one finger that shoots the basketball, and 98% of shooters today, whether you're playing in the high school level, junior high level, college level, or the NBA, they normally shoot with their index finger. Now, how do I know that? Well, whichever finger is in the center of the basketball, that's the last finger that the ball is going to roll off on. Now, how does that happen? Well, let me show you what happens when a ball rolls off and you get ready to shoot. In slow motion, as you can see me doing here, the first thing that comes off is the thumb, and then there's the little finger, then this finger, then, of course, the middle finger, and the last finger off the basketball is your index or your forefinger. The reason is no matter where I put my finger, it's in the center of the basketball, this forefinger. When you place your hand behind the basketball, make sure that this meaty portion of your hand, from your knuckles back to your wrist, are in the center of the basketball. Then this forefinger, as you can see, this forefinger is in the center. It's a straight angle. But you can see the rest of my fingers are at a slight angle to the right. That's what happens. Your hand is slightly in a degree to the right, maybe 5 or 10 degrees to the right. But the center of my hand, from the knuckles back, is straight on the ball with this finger. So when I release it, it goes off of this finger. Next thing I want to talk about is the elbow. How is the elbow and the arm supposed to look? Well, it's supposed to look like this, straight. It should be perpendicular to the rim. The rim sits in a horizontal fashion. The arm sits in a vertical fashion. So we want the elbow to be perpendicular to the rim, just like a T. We want to form a T when we have the basketball in this area right here. Now, what happens? I've seen so many kids, most of them, they always have their elbow out like this to shoot the basketball. The reason for this is when they grow up, they take too many shots that are too far for themselves. And they don't really learn the mechanics of shooting. They start pushing the basketball. They don't shoot the basketball. So what you want is you want the elbows straight like this. Here's what happens. If I move my elbow out like this, you can see that just by turning my hand on the basketball, my elbow will go out. When your elbow is straight, your hand is going to be a slightly 5 to 10 degrees to the right on the basketball, and your forefinger is going to be in the center. Let's go into this, the left hand. Now, of course, where should the left hand be on the basketball? It really depends upon your own comfortability as far as shooting the basketball. When I shoot the basketball, I like it right here. But some people will have their hand up here. Some will have it a little bit further under. But remember this about the left hand. The left hand basically does not do the shooting. The left hand basically guides the basketball, and you should not have the basketball in the left hand in a firm grip. It should just be sitting there. If I let go of my left hand right now, watch what happens. The ball should fall out. I don't want to grab the ball very hard with the left hand at all. So you'll be able to find out where that left hand should go just by when you shoot the basketball.